Khan. All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom Yeshua, Brother Tazwan, Gabar Allah coming back after these precepts. Yet another cold cut. Give him, of course, all honor and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashim Mashak, Wamalak Yahushai, to the Daki of the righteous. When giving a kapal kabaj, Lazakwanyan, Bayat Hadawad. Right, that's double honors to the elders of the house of David. Right, that's been labored in this truth, patiently waiting for the second of our Lord, Mashak, Wamalak Yahushai. Right, giving a strong shalom and salute. White Yabashim Yahushai broke a thumb to all the mighty Akim on the highways and byways, laboring on the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and sincerity and pure heart and in righteousness by making their bodies a living sacrifice, enduring the elements in all of the times, right, as well as giving a hearty shalom. White Yabashim Yahushai Shamar thumb to all the Akwat in His truth, married and unmarried, reverencing their husbands, raising up the children, and righteousness and sincerity in the households. Laboring right through that many offices in this truth, right through charity, through alms, right through cooking, through cleaning, through sewing, right through being workers of good things with your hands in this truth on a physical and spiritual level, right, and as well as giving a mighty strong hearty shalom while Yabashim Yahushai Barak Washamar thumb to all the mighty body and the mighty children in this truth, right, reverencing and honoring thy mother and thy father, being diligent and steadfast in the truth, keeping our law, statutes, commandments, taking notes, being built up in sincerity, and also being mighty workers in this truth and future laborers for the harvest. So Israel, I bid you a mighty and strong shalom. Right, Khan. Right, so through the Spirit, right, today's lesson, we're going to be touching on the Mississippi River, right, the Mississippi River, right, and why is it drying up, right, and this hasn't been talked about, right, this isn't being, right, discussed on mass markets, man, right, and on your so-called hip hop daily. Right, this hasn't been put on your World Star News, right? Put on your so-called daily dose, right? And this is from AmericanRivers.org, right? AmericanRivers.org, right? American Rivers, right? Rivers connect us, right? And the vitality of the Mississippi River is how it connects, right, to all of the bodies of water, or a majority of the bodies of water in the world, right, and chiefly, right, through us, right. You have the Mississippi River, right, which extends, right, from the north of America, literally, right, up in Minneapolis, right, or past Minneapolis, right, which is Minnesota, where you have Minnesota, right, which is neighboring North Dakota, right, and that top neighbor is Canada, right, and from Minnesota all the way through Louisiana, right, past Baton Rouge, right, past New Orleans, right, all the way through the Gulf of Mexico. Right, so that's just from north, right, to south, so-called. Right, you also have multiple connecting rivers, right, such as the Missouri, right, which would run right through Wyoming, right. Actually, Salakia, this area would be so-called Oregon, right, to the far west, right, so-called Oregon, right, because you have Washington, right, which is above Oregon, right, so-called Washington, Oregon, and California, right, the so-called West Coast, right. So you have the Missouri, right, which would run all the way along, right, from the Missouri, the Little Missouri, all the way into the Mississippi River, right? And even as far as east, right, running through, right, New York, Pennsylvania, right, Maryland, Virginia, right, North and South Carolina, right, even parts of Georgia and Alabama, right, from the Tennessee, right, the Ohio, right, rivers, they will all run into the Mississippi River. Okay, so the Mississippi River, by which we're going to get into, right, is the second largest, right, river in the world. And you have all of these streams, right, all of these lakes, right, these rivers, these streams of water, right, which run into the Mississippi River, right, and that is what's going to play a vital role, right, in famine in the land, right, of men crossing into different territories, right, for a war, right, also for in times to come, right, Jacob's trouble, right, as well, man, a men being pilgrims upon the earth, right, to be able to cross, right, so-called, these are large bodies of water, right, or, right, to voyage on different parts of the land, right, so we're going to get into it, right, so again, it's a detailed map of Mississippi River, right, tributary structure, right, and it reads, what more can be said about the mighty Mississippi River that hasn't been said already? Plenty, apparently. Even the river's resident literary literature, Mark Twain, noted how much of the 2,320-mile Mississippi's finest landscape has been long overlooked as our collective gaze has been fixed upon the river below St. Louis. In 1886, he told the Chicago Tribune, along the upper Mississippi, every hour brings something new. There are crowds of odd islands, bluffs, prairies, hills, woods, and villages, everything one could desire to amuse the children. Few people ever think of going there. However, we ignore the finest part of the Mississippi. There is so much to consider along this great American waterway as it courses through 10 states: Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana. It would seem easy to overlook a few pieces, yet the connectivity of the river that drains 41% of the continental United States and carries more water than any other American river remains its most critical component. Right, so the Mississippi River, right, which runs through, right, 10 states, right, as this information is being brought out, right, and this isn't from a so-called .com, right, a so-called, right, .net, right, where men could kind of put up, right, so-called, false claims, man. This is from .org, right, a organized, right, site, right, with cited information, right, credible sources, right, men who actually study, right, to be able to validate, right, these specific percentages, right, to get the exact locations, right, and it says, right, the connectivity of this river drains 41% of the continental United States, man. Right, and also it carries more water than any other American River being its most critical component. So if this river is responsible for 41%, right, of the water, right, in Babylon, man, right, and it dries up, right, that's going to affect imports, right, affect trade, right, it's going to affect, right, men, right, being able to do business of agriculture, right, to get certain water, right, towards certain crops, right, because if you have, right, a land, right, that goes into drought, right, and nothing can no longer grow there, man, right, all of your crops are going to be unprofitable, man, right, all the seeds you plant are going to be unfruitful because they're not going to yield anything, right, and it's also what it says, it remains the most critical component, right, so once this, right, river is dried out, man, it's going to affect, right, commerce, right, it's going to affect, right, the economy, right, in a large way, right. Reading on, it says the fabric of America is truly woven from the common thread of the Mississippi River. It's the backdrop for countless American stories and serves as a consistent muse for artists and musicians from Minneapolis through St. Louis to the Louisiana Delta. The river is a cultural treasure for the nation. When it says north of Davenport, Iowa, the Upper Mississippi River National Wildlife and Fish Refuge weaves recreation ranging Slovakia from paddling, right, fishing, right, hiking, and bird watching into the tapestry. The upper river was once a world-renowned freshwater fishery and full of 25%, right, 260 species of all fish species in North America have been reported in the basin, man. Right, see that? Right, so, right, the Mississippi River is also, right, a high, right, a high level, right, or a main source, right, for the wildlife, man. Right, and when these tigers, right, when these bears, right, these beasts, man, who live in the wildlife, when they're not able, right, to eat, right, when they don't have any substance, right, because these waters are being dried out, man. They're gonna find a way, man. Right, these beasts aren't just gonna say, hey, well, there's no more fish, in the rivers, in the seas, in the waters, and all that in the midst anymore, and we're just gonna lay here and die, man. Right? No, and these beasts are going to begin to travel, man. Right? The men who so called, right, relied on, right, the who relied on hunting, man, right, who relied on, right, the land, right, to go fishing, man. Where's all the wildlife going to be at, man? Right, when you don't have the waters anymore, right? You're not able, right, to go, right, and hunt, right, those same, right, deers, right, does, right, harts, man. Wild, right, the wild rose and righteousness, man. Right, these things are going to begin to die off, right, and as well migrate, man. Right, which is also, right, going to lead right to right a lot of right beasts in these last days, right, to kill men, man. Right? Kind of reading on. It says recreation declines as you travel south of St. Louis, and the abundance of levees disconnects people from the river. Still, tourism, fishing, and recreation generate about 21.4 billion each year and contribute 351,000 jobs along the length of the Mississippi, man. So the Mississippi River is also a huge generator, right, of income, man. Right, it contributes over a quarter of a million jobs, man. Right, so besides right doing trade, right, besides men, right, needing this room for agriculture, it's going to affect right men and women working in these last days, man. Right, as the Lord was telling you, man, in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, man, the grinders are starting to cease in these last days, man. Right, through these rivers drying up, man. There's not going to be any fishing, man, because there's going to be no water for them to live in, man. Right, there's going to be right no reason to so-called tour, right, to so-called be in these lands for so-called recreational purposes, man. Right, because the whole land is going to be desolate. Right, it says the river and its flood plan support more than 400 different species of wildlife, and some 40% of North America's waterfowl migrate along its flyway. There are 7 national park service sites along the corridor, including a 72-mile Mississippi National River and recreation area in Minnesota dedicated to protecting and interpreting the Mississippi River itself. Right, see that, man? Right, so all these different species of wildlife, right, that migrate, man. They're going to have to migrate elsewhere, man. Right, and you're even seeing that now, man. Right, you know, it was through the Spirit. Right, I was having a conversation this week, man. Right, and madness, right, up and down, right, the so-called highway, right, the 295, right. I was seeing, right, nothing but dead deer, right, on the highway, man. Literally every day of the week, right, up and down the same highway, right, the same exact highway. It was literally seen, right, average, right, 2 to 3 dead deer, man, right, on the road, right. And it wasn't just the so-called same deer, man. It was right one, right, you know, that was kind of hit a different way, right. The one body was, you know, another way, man. Right, and it was a new deer, right, that got slain, man. Right now, how much more, right? When you see wild instances of brown bears, man. Right, how much more, right? When, right, the strange occurrences, right, of these different beasts, man. Right, of cougars, right, mountain lions, man. Right, tigers, right, these beasts of the field, right, that's spoken of, right, of Job the 5th chapter, man. Right, or the teeth of wild beasts, as the Lord said, are created for vengeance, right, in Sirach, the 39th chapter. right? Hey, these are the times, right, that are to come upon the earth, right? So reading on, it says, as the nation's second longest river, behind only the conjoining Missouri, the Mississippi provides drinking water for millions and supports a 12.6 billion shipping industry with 35,300 related jobs. It's one of the greatest water highways on earth, carrying commerce and food for the world. Half of the nation's corn and soybeans are barged on the section above the Ohio River, a confluence known as the Little Mississippi, man. Right, see that, man? Right, so the Mississippi River, man, it provides, man, right, a large portion, man, of drinking water, man. Right, so when this water is gone, man, and when this water is dried up, man, right, how are men, right, going to be able, right, to receive a drink, man? Right, you already have men, right, when it's a so-called snowstorm, man, you already have men already all hell breaking loose, right, and you have man in the store fighting each other, right, over the last pack of water, right, and that's just for a so-called right, a damn 3 inches of snow, right. You know, the weatherman says that it's gonna snow on so and so a day, and then all hell breaks loose, man. Right, and then now, right, all the damn bread, right, the cheese, right, the milk, right, the damn toilet paper, and all of the water is gone, man, and the stores, right, all the canned goods, man, right. How much more, right, when you can't get any canned goods, man, because the water is gone from all of the trades, man. Right, how much more, right, when there's no more drinking water, man, because there's a complete drought in these last days, right? How much more, right, when, right, these same men, when they can't even do a travel or trading anymore, man. These are the days, man, right, that is approaching upon the earth, right, Con. And these are also, right, further articles, right, to be, read, right, for edification's sake, right. It reads, right, says, drought snars Mississippi River transit and blow to farmers, man. Right, Con. Right, as I was going to through the spirit and power of Yahbashim Yahushua, right, and that's also the spirit, man. Right, these droughts, right, are also going to affect farmers, man. Right, this is from, right, the AP News. It says about 60% of the Midwest and Northern Great Plains states are in a drought. Nearly the entire stretch of the Mississippi River, from Minnesota to the river's mouth in Louisiana, has experienced below average rainfall over the past 2 months. As a result, water levels on the river have dropped to near record lows, disrupting ship and barge traffic that is critical for moving recently harvested agriculture goods such as soybeans and corn downriver for export, man. See that, man? Right, so if these boats, man, right, we're not dealing with that, right, so these ships, man, right, who need, right, to travel, right, who need to move, right, imports and exports, man, right, through what these waters being are being dried up, man. Right? It's also right disrupting and disturbing, right the commerce of travel, man. Right, and we already know, right, what's next, right, which is also coming, right, in my next video through the spread, man. Because what are also, right, these ships used for, man? Right, besides the travel of cord, right, besides the travel of, right, so-called, right, lentils, right, besides, right, the travel, right, the movement of products and goods, man, right, but also oil, man. All right, con. All right, con. So it says what? Right, and this is 14 hours ago. It says Mississippi River drought is stalling shipping and agriculture. Right, right, and this is from, right, Esquire, right.com. Right, for those who have, right, membership, right, to the article. Right, it says there is a drought starving the Mississippi, which is backing up shipping, which is raising prices, right? Hey, and we know, hey, when a price is raised, man, what happens, man? Right? When you're not able to have any imports and exports, man, right? Hey, when you don't have things, right, to a trade, man, right? It is more uproars, man. Right? And also by, right, these ships, right, not being able to move, you're also not able to bring more goods in, right, nor, right, to push more goods out for trade, right, and also, right, the product, right, that you do have, right, it's also bound to spoil, right, and to be no good as is, right. Let's get another one, right. Hey, it said, hey, and this is from CBS News. It says drought disrupts Mississippi River, right, shipping corridor, right. It reads about 500 million tons of agriculture and other vital products are shipped down the Mississippi River every year. There are now multiple choke points along the so-called superhighway where barges are stranded, waiting for higher levels or the completion of emergency dredging operations, Ben Tracy reports, man. Right, see that, man? Right? Right, so it says over 500 million tons, man. Right, and it's so-called a lot of people here, man. Right? A man needs a bread, right? A man needs a water, man. Right? The Lord said that these are, right, the chief things, man, because it said vital products, man. Right, bread, right, water, right, raiment, right, a house to cover that shame, right, inside rack, the 29th chapter, right, 20 and verse on down, man, right, the chief things, man, right, salt, right, iron, man, right, all of these things, right, are also essential to man, right, and it says what? That now multiple choke points along this so-called super highway, right, you have men stranded, man, right, you have ships, right, cargo, right, with nowhere to go, man, in these days. Okay, right, it reads, right, let's go into another one. All right, from 2 days ago, right, from a NPR News. It says salt water is moving up the Mississippi River, here's what's being done to stop it, man. Right? Hey, and there's nothing, man, to stop the hands of the Lord, man. Right? Drought has set water levels plunging to near record lows on the Mississippi River. A river gauge near Corps headquarters registers just 3 feet above sea level, man. Right? Right, so this place is finished, man. Right? The Lord, he's taking this place down, man, through the Spirit. Right? Right now, let's go to the book of Psalms, man. Right, let's go to the book of Psalms. Right, because the Most High, he's withdrawing the waters. Right, pulling these things back. Right. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Right, chapter 104 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse number 5. It says, "Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever." Right, and we know that the Most High, that he's the one who laid the foundations. Right, there's no so-called right somehow, some way, right, some mystery, right, or the world is just gonna blow itself up. Hey, no, man, the Lord, he laid right the foundations thereof, man. Right, and set up the waters, man. Right, and controlleth all things in the palm of his hand. Right, verse 60 reads, "Thou coverest it with the deep as with a garment. The water stood above the mountains," man. Right, and the Most High, he also issued out that great flood, man. Right, so the Most High, he can raise right the waters right on the land in abundance, right, to not just above sea level, man, but above a mountain level, man. Right, then the Lord part the Red Sea, right, for the nation of Israel, man. Right, then the Lord abate the waters, right, during the times of Noah, right, Shem, Ham, Japheth, right, during the time of the flood in Genesis, right, the 8th chapter, right, and laid the ark, right, to rest upon the mountains of Arat. Right, it reads, Salakia. It reads, verse 7. It says, "At thy rebuke they fled. At the voice of thy thunder they hasted away." Right, so the Lord, he also removed the water during that time. It reads, "They go up by the mountains, they go down by the valleys, unto the place which thou hast founded them." Right, and so the Most High, he can even hide right the waters thereof, man. Right, and send them right through the valleys, man. Right, that's why you have things right such as whales, man. Right, whales, which is what a water found underground. Right, so the Most High, he can remove the water right and store it underground, man. Right, it reads, verse number 9, "Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth. He sendeth the springs into the valleys, which run among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field, and wild asses quencheth their thirst," man. Right, so the Lord, he can remove the waters, man, right, and send them unto the beasts of the field at his pleasing and doing, man. Right, but the point is, the Most High, he's the one who created these waters, man. He's the one who's responsible, right, for right the lifting, right, the hiding of these waters, man. Right, and the things that be. Right, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Right, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Right, chapter 50. Right, and I'm gonna start at verse. Number 38. It reads, yep, I'm gonna start at verse number 38, man. Right, because this is going into Babylon, man, in these last days, man. It says a drought is upon her waters. Right, and right now we're seeing, man, a drought, man, upon the waters of Babylon, man. Right, a drought upon, the chiefest, right, of your commerce, man. Right, the chiefest of your trades, man. Right, it says a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols, man. Right, and this is literally, man, right, the land of images, man. Right, you got so-called, right, paint your face, right, for so-called Halloween. Right, you got a damn, right, you so-called dress up, man, right, and worship damn Caesar. Right, you got a damn costumes. Right, you got a damn Santa Clauses, man. Right, and all kind of damn freak shows, man. Right, and freaking off. Right, you got Caesar. Right, you can damn bow down. Right, and be a Muslim. Hey, they got new damn Chrislam, man. Right, so it's a land, man, full of graven images, man, and idols. It reads, therefore the wild beast of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall inherit, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, man. Right, and when the Lord, right, sends, right, his decree, right, he puts a spirit upon, right, these animals, man. Right, and also after, right, this land is destroyed, it's going to be the habitation of wild beasts, man. Right, it reads, verse 40, as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Right, behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth, man. Right, and that's also spiritual, man. Right, because you have these nations, right, from the north, right, such as, right, you got Russia rising up with their power, right, China, right, you have, right, the 10 heads, man. Right, that's going to turn against the horde. Right, NATO and the EU. Right, Iran. Right, Pakistan. Right, all of these powers. Right, India. Right, these powers. Right, that are raising up, man. Right, to turn. Right, to rise up against Babylon, man. From these different coasts. Right, and they're coming from these different coasts of the earth. Right, to destroy and overtake Babylon. Right, verse 42, it says, they shall hold the bow and a lance. It's like, and the lance, they are cruel and will not shew mercy. Right, once, right, these countries, man, right, who also have, right, ICBM missiles, man, right, had the same two, right, that can wipe off the entire coast of Babylon, right, at their leisure, right, who have horses, man, you know, a mighty militaries and fighting powers thereof, man, right, who have been watching and studying America for years, man, right, once, right, they arched their bows, man, right, meaning, right, they cocked those missiles back, man, to be launched, man, right? And to go forth and destroy him, man. Hey, these things are going to be cruel, man, because they're not going to show mercy, right? Oh well, hey, this word, he was okay, right? Well, we're going to take it easy on that guy over there, man. Hey, no, man, right? Hey, and once these bombs strike, man, hey, it's not going to matter who it is, man, or who you are, man, right? Because they're made, right, to bring forth, right, and to go forth destroying and to destroy. Right, it says, they shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not shew mercy. Right, it says, their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. Everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. Right, kind of like actually verse 43. Right, hey man, hey, and the Most High, man, hey, he gets very artistic, man, with his word, man. And we gotta paint the picture in these last days, man, right? And actually get into this thing. It reads, the king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail, man. Right? Hey, it's gonna be, man, a time of travail. Right? And you already said also, right, persecution, right? The Israelites, right, are conspiracy theorists, right? And these things are our fault, right? Somehow we're controlling and making these things happen, man. Hey, no, man. Hey, it's the prophecy of the Lord, man. Right? And his judgment, right, upon, right, this evil and wicked society. Right, let's go to the book of Sirach. Okay. It's the book of Sirach. Right, chapter 35. And, verse 18. Right, it reads, for the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous, man. Right, and those who rule over us, man, hey, they will be the unrighteous, man. Right, hey, they will be the unmerciful, man. Right, who came, right, and raped, robbed, and murdered, right, and pillaged and stole, right, who thieved, who lied, right, who shed innocent blood, right, for over 400 years, man, right, or over 500 years, right, due to, right, the time of oppression, right, our North American, our Northern Kingdom, right, brothers, man, right, the Hispanics and Native American and Seminole Indians, right, men, women, and children, right, who cut the babies out of their stomachs, right, and stuffed them with cats and sewed them up, right, and had those beasts, man, right, after they cut them open, right, to torture them, right, and to scratch and to claw, right, their insides, right, to escape and to get out of them, man, right, through sewing them up in there. So now they're being torn, right, from the outside, right, in, right, to the inside out, man. Right, that's been unmerciful, man. That's been unrighteous, man. Right, so the Lord said what? He said that he has to repay vengeance, man, unto the heathen, man. Right, and break their scepter, man. Right, meaning to destroy their wicked rulership. Right, verse 19, till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people, and made them to rejoice in his mercy. Right, it says mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of drought, man. Right, and there's not going to be any rain, man, right, for Babylon, right, his people, right, nor, right, the wicked, man, right, during these times to come, man, right, right, because the Lord said that his word, man, is going to drop his rain, man, in these last days, man, right. This Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse number 2. It says, my doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass, because I will publish the name of the Lord. Ascribe ye greatness unto our God, man. Right, so as this place is going into a physical drought, man, as well as a spiritual drought, man. Right, because this place is already spiritually dead, man. Right, this land, man, is in a spiritual drought, man, as well as going into a physical drought, man. Right, and yet the Most High, He's going to send right unto us the latter rain in due season, man. Right, with the wisdom, with knowledge, with understanding, right, with discernment, man. Right, in these last days, right, with mercy and grace, right, unto the righteous and humble. Right, but with that, right, brother, I Tazwam, goodbye, Allah, giving, of course, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Mashak, Wa Malak, Ha Adanya, Yahweh Shai, Ha Tazatakia, Abba Ratazah. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Right, Lord willing, Most High willing, until the kingdom come, all of you stay in the spirit, all of you watching, continue to endure, continue to fight the good fight, remain to stay steadfast and humble in this truth. And until the next time, I want to say, Kum Yashala, Shalom.